I understand.
A moment, if you will.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Holy shit. I'm only recording this because he's gonna tell me a story that I can't repeat to anyone else. And, mm, Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Ziggy's such a fucking legend. um, Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking hell. This guy's a fucking. How does he do it? I'm so fucking. I can't stop smiling, and I shouldn't be smiling because JT's meant to be fucking depressed.
Apologies.
Yeah, so.
Right. To reiterate, the story I do not repeat often, or at least I try not to. So, again, I will repeat myself only one more time.
Holy shit.
Should it ever leave your lips, we will have an issue, Mr. Tyrell.
I understand.
Good.
Oh god.
When I was living still, I had a little brother. His name was Isaac. Our parents often beat us, kept us locked away in rooms, tied us up, and on the fun occasion they needed some entertainment, they would make us beat each other. We are not so different in that way, you and I. It took a long time, but eventually I grew old enough and strong enough to help us get out of our situation. Isaac was a smart child. He did some reading. He got a hold of some pest repellent, some poisons, general cleaners left about the house, should they be ingested, would kill a person. I was strong enough to handle my father. He was smart enough to kill my mother. And so we eventually did. Me and Isaac were afforded the opportunity to escape our situation. You and your brother were not. What happened to you two is not either of your fault. He understands that, and he does not want you to linger with it now.
Thank you. Oh god. Oh. Feels weird asking if I say that I got a dad. Yeah. Guess I never really thought about it in that light. much as it's it's this bothered me for a long time, that it's just hearing what you said and how he might feel and how he does feel. I guess it changes the way I look at it and how I think about it.
Your brother, he is at rest. He hopes that you can too. I understand that it may be difficult to accept that notion or those feelings, but I assure you, he is beyond any more ailments or anything that may have dragged him on in the afterlife. He is okay now.
Do when you pass on, when you die, do you like stay the same way you were, or do you grow up? Do you does that a thing?
It's different for everyone. Some do grow, some do not. But typically it is by their own choice. Those who wish to choose. Let me rephrase. When you die, you gain a sort of perspective, knowledge that you may not have had before. There are things that occur, and typically whatever their experience is molded by who they were when they were alive. Doesn't always necessarily mean it is exactly what they expected, but it is comforting all the same. You're wondering if your brother stayed as a boy or if he's grown older now.
Yeah. You never got to live. You never got to grow up, and I guess that's always played in my mind, the fact that I did and he didn't, and I don't. I hope he did, but I just hope he did.
Hmm. Well, rest assured, he has a newfound understanding of it all now, and he gets to see you and what you do and why you do it. There is a sort of knowing that he is capable of now, so even if he was only but a child, he understands who you are now and why you do the things that you do. He may not have had the chance to experience similar things, but he knows what they are now.
Holy shit. Mm-hmm. Hearing you talk about all this and actually talking to you myself, you're not really like the stories that people told me. I guess they had the one-sided perspective of it from back then, but very, very, very different.
Well, before you are too comfortable, The stories they told you are true, and typically speaking, I have no qualms with being very malicious. But when it comes to those who have already died and passed on, there is a different air about it all now. I will not lie to you, nor will I be disrespectful about it.
Hmm. That makes sense. He's just constantly reminding himself, like, this guy is meant to be a fucking god of death. Like, he's not. Oh, Jesus. That's, he's trying to work out what to say, not to incriminate himself, or, like. It's so hard. It's so hard to do this. Fucking love Ziggy. He's such a fucking. I don't know if you will know this, but do you know Winston's happier now?
In some ways, sure. In other ways, he is confused. But that is the way of these things.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, not wrong. Not wrong. Guess I'll never know. I guess I don't really know what to say now. Sort of.
It's a lot of information to take in.
Yeah.
You do not need to say anything, Mr. Tyrell. If you need to be alone with your thoughts, do so.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, did you ask this? I don't know if JT asked this. I don't know if Jason would be up to it. I know I asked I guess your purpose. You explained what it was. But what was it that you want? Is it just a means to cure the boredom, or is there something, you know? Is there something that you're looking for? I guess is what JT's trying to say.
Well, it's a good question to ask. The honest truth is that all of this, me being here, watching everybody squirm, yes, it is to stave off boredom. But that isn't exactly what I want. My purpose has been and always will be death, tolling the bell, as it were. And if I got my way, well, we would not be here having this conversation.
Hmm.
That isn't a slight against you. It is a slight against life itself.
Hmm. But if you wipe out every last morsel of life, where does that leave you?
Exactly. If there is no life, there is no death.
Fuck. So what is he? It's the one thing he probably
That is
doesn't.
the question. Not even one I have the answer to, Mr. Tyrell.
The one
If I
question that you don't have the answer to, I guess.
exactly,
I keep actually jumping over him. He's gonna die.
you know, I am fairly positive that you might be the only person to ever ask me that question.
Huh. What the fuck? What the fuck? What does GT say? What does he say to that? What the fuck does he do? God. Spite. My spite. GT's gonna starve to death on this fucking lighthouse just waiting on Norman. Waiting on a fucking exit queue or some shit. I had a bunch of questions I was going to ask, but he's kind of thrown JT for a loop. The one big question. I feel like before I ask a question or before I get myself into something that I can't get myself out of, I should probably leave. As much as it's, I guess, been nice to talk to you.
A wise decision, Mr. Tyrell.
Oh. But before do you need anything of me?
Careful what you ask for, Mr. Tyrell. Go before I get to be creative.
God. Oh, Jesus. GT was just curious if you needed, like, food. Or if you needed, fucking, I don't know. Holy shit. Fucking hell. Swim first person so I don't fucking drown. The spooky fucking bastard.